All right, guys, welcome to the podcast. It's a fine Wednesday, but it's not that fine. Dude, I'm annoyed right now. I got to get my list of things. I didn't even organize this. This is a free. We're free balling this podcast. Free willying. I don't know what the term is. Is free balling even a thing? I don't know what that means. Is that that's going commando, right? Just free balling it. Dude, I think I'm going on a date right after this, and I didn't. This is why I'm annoyed. We planned it yesterday, right? Well, we loosely went over terms. A mutual peace negotiations were arranged, and then she just didn't respond. And I was like, you know what? This girl in particular. I'm not trying to say anything bad. I first not met her, but I first started talking to her like 3 weeks ago. She has had periods of not responding. So I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm so tired. Like I can't. I don't want to be with somebody who's not going to respond. It's fucking annoying. My time. I can't waste my time. So I'm like, I'm not responding to her. I'm done. Whatever. So I planned my day. I truly thought she was never going to text me back, and I was like, all right. So then she texted me like 2 hours before the date. She's like, I'm so sorry. I forgot to respond to this. That time still works for me. I'm like, motherfucker, you motherfucker. So I told her, said with stern fist, I said, hey, if this is how you respond to people, I don't know if I can deal with this. She's like, I'm so sorry. I promise this is not how I respond. And no, I just wanted to film this. I wanted to film the podcast. I had to shove it in perfect time, shove it into my day. And so I'm like, I'm going to be a little late because I got to film this. Because I got to film the greatest show on earth. And if you can, this is what's going to pay the bills. That goddamn date. It's going to buy you a $25 drink because of the sponsors in this video. Don't think twice about that. Not true. Well, we don't make much from here anyway. Anywho, okay. What do we got? This is, like I said, this thing is so this is so unorganized. Okay, I have another. I'll organize it later on what this is, but I have another. Sorry, let me sip this. Another date thing. We'll get the date things right off the dome. I usually save them for the end, and they're usually the best segments. And I feel like you guys aren't listening to them. If you go to the end of every podcast, it's just me talking about dating. Anyway, we're in the trenches right now, guys. It's fucking... No, last week I went on a date with someone it was on a Friday. This is actually a question for the class, extended essay question. It was a third date. And if you went on a third date with someone, let's say, this is exactly what happened. I went to dinner with them. We ate dinner. And then right afterwards, she was like, oh, I might have to go somewhere at 9:30. Dinner was at 7, let's say. I might have to go somewhere at 9:30. And I thought she was like joking. I was like, what? She's like, yeah. So then she keeps checking her phone, and then she has to go somewhere at 9:30. Assuming that it's not an excuse that someone's using, which I don't think it was. It's not an excuse to get out of a day, right? People have always done this. Oh my God, I have to go somewhere at 9:30, whatever. This is a third date. Assuming this was not an excuse, would you be upset if someone did this to you? I'm not talking just specifically a woman or a man thing. Anyone did this to you. I was like, what the fuck? That's so inconsiderate of my time. That's so inconsiderate to play a Friday night to have something else going on. I was like, what the fuck? So I've never spoken to that girl again. And it wasn't just because of that. It was mostly because of that. I was just like, I was so annoyed. But you know, if I was like in love with this person, I would be... I would probably tell him, be like, that was fucking inconsiderate, but whatever. But I was like, I was waiting for her to text me, I assume, and she never did. I was like, good, I'm not fucking texting you back anyway. But I just thought it was so just... Like, I've done that before on a first date where you, like, say, hey, like, let's go out, but I have something after. Like, I've done it. Let's get, like, a happy hour thing, but I have, like, a show or something after. And you tell them beforehand. It's like, you agree on the thing. Listen, if she told me, I would have been like, okay, fine. My brother, the day of, that same day, invited me to go out somewhere to a bar. I could have been like, listen, if you're going to leave, I'll just go to the bar. We'll go on a date another time. I could have done that. It's not about me, like, wanting her to stay all night to, like, have sex with her or something, which, you know, I'm not saying I didn't want that to happen, but, you know, that's not it. It's more just like, you knew you had to leave. You didn't tell me at all. Now I'm just stuck. I don't have any plans. You know, and I'm not saying my Friday nights I'm like some crazy person who cares if I'm going out every Friday night, but it's annoying. It's just fucking annoying. It's inconsiderate. So I think if she told me beforehand, maybe I would have been like, hey, let's schedule for another day. I probably would have. Hey, we can get dinner, but I'm going. Because then it's just like I get dinner and then you leave. I've had that before. You get a date and then like, I'm tired. I'm going home. Like, what is this date? It's not a date. It's just me buying you dinner and then you going home. What the fuck is this? I've had that done, and then I immediately am like, I don't want to see you ever again. I'd say that all the time to people. The fuck was this? Like, you can't just have a free dinner. I'm not saying my dinner requires anything else, but it requires conversation. Requires, like, I don't know. In my mind, a date is more than dinner. You go and then you, like, do something else. I don't fucking know. Anywho, so, guys, that's why we're in the trenches here. It's just annoying. People are fucking annoying, guys. Anyway. Not you guys. You guys would never be annoying. You guys are beautiful people. My legs are killed. Dude, I did some Romanian deadlifts in the gym on Monday. I haven't done them in over a year. I checked my gym app. Holy fucking shit. It's been 3 days later. I can barely walk. Oh my God. Those things tear your hamstrings apart. Tear your ass up, bro. Oh my God. And if you don't know what a Romanian deadlift is, just you bending over and then lifting like 100 pounds, but goddamn. I got to do those more often. That thing fucking ripped me a new one. I'm like bouncing all over the place. I can't even walk. I'm like a guy that I'm like the guy in the Allstate commercial that gets killed every 2 seconds in like traffic. I'm just bruised up. I'm a sore man. But we persevere, guys. We persevere. Oh, do I got to take a shower after this? Fuck. Oh, it's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. The life in the big city. Life in the big city. What a busy week. Busy week we're having. Anyway, anywho. Oh, I still have to upload a video. What the fuck? Oh, you guys hearing the mariachi in my hallway? It's nice. Dude, this is not even organized at all. How the fuck am I gonna do this? Okay, couple. There's a couple. Okay, we're gonna. Guys, I'm good. There was I saw an article. Couple high on cocaine die in hot tub from overheating. If you guys were listening last episode, I talked about in Puerto Rico how there was a hot tub I went in that was so hot it was like searing my skin. And this couple high on cocaine, I think they like fainted in the hot tub and they just died. They just boiled to death. A couple, they had like a 4-year-old kid. They're just high on cocaine. You know, listen, I think they're British, classic UK parents. Let's just do a little line before Susie, come out, watch Peppa Pig. Let's do a line. And they fucking die. Rest in peace to them. You know, I'm not saying because you do cocaine you're a bad person. But I don't do cocaine and I'm a great person. So transitive property, do what you will. If any of you like math, make it make sense, equal to both sides. So yeah, so that could have been me. That could have been me. If I fainted in that pool, I would have died for sure. Oh, for sure. For sure. And you guys could have, Hannibal Lecter would have taken my body and been like, delicious. Sous vide to perfection. My goodness, what an amazing medium rare. And I would have let him eat me up because I'm dead. I don't care. I don't fucking care. If someone showed up to your funeral and was like, can I eat you? Yeah, dude, take a bite. Not in front of my family, but like, you know, take it to the side. Take it to the side, Buster. All right, what else we got? Taylor Swift her album stinks, apparently. Yeah, people are saying Taylor Swift's album sucks. I don't know. I haven't listened to a single song. I think I have. I think there were some singles released. I don't know, guys. You know, I think there's a curse. I feel it sometimes, too, and I'm not even remotely as successful as Taylor Swift. I can't even compare it, but I'll do it anyway because, you know, might as well pretend. Like, when you're at a certain level, there's a lot of pressure to make something good, and I think that means you make things worse. When you're, like, on top of the world, you're like, I have to be perfect, and then you, like, press too much, and then you just make something shitty, and it just doesn't turn out right. And I feel for her in that regard. I don't know what she's doing. You know, she has, like, big life. She's going to release albums, obviously, but I don't know, man. It's the Swifties also. They make it worse. They did this to themselves when the album is not good. I didn't even listen to it. I could like it. I know. So, did you girl boss too close to the sun is a line everyone's talking about. Apparently, there's a song about Travis Kelce's penis or something. It's actually my penis. Misconstrued. Me and Taylor had a fling back in the day. Back when I was 12, she came to my middle school, and I razzle-dazzled her, and it was, you know, we're not going to talk about it. Anyway. Yeah, it's just, you know, when you make things so hyped up, there's only like so far for it to go, and she couldn't deliver, and whatever, you know, next album there's gonna be a lot lower expectations. It's probably gonna be a banger. I'm not saying it's gonna be a Travis Kelce divorce album. I hope not, but it's gonna be a fucking banger, dude. It's gonna be a banger, and hopefully the Swifties. There's going to be a lot of cognitive dissonance, as we talked about last episode. Just, oh my God, Taylor, this wasn't her album. Someone else produced it for her. She wasn't in her right mind. It's just like people when she got engaged to Travis Kelce. She's secretly gay. Fuck. You know, people are going to have to cope and whatever. I don't know what the music critics gave it. I saw some people gave it a 10 out of 10, and some people gave it a 0 out of 10. I'm like, what? This is the only person that can get that wide ranging reviews. I don't know, guys. Whatever. The life of a showgirl. Just her in a bathtub. She could have died in that bathtub if it was too hot. Her and Travis Kelce. That'd be crazy. We haven't had a celebrity crash in a plane crash in a while, have we? I don't know why I just said that. I just jinxed it. I truly, if someone did that, I'm so sorry. I just jinxed it. The last one I can remember is wasn't there one? There was the Celino and Barnes or something. One of them died, I think, in a plane crash in New York. They're lawyers, but they have commercials. Celino and Barnes, injury attorneys, 800-888-8888. They don't sponsor this. They don't. Sorry. Hey, undo that. Hey, producer, undo that. We don't have a producer. Yeah. So, and then Roy Halladay was a pitcher. He died. There's a lot of people that die in their own private plane crashes, but not a lot of big ones. I don't want it to happen. I don't know. Sorry, guys. That'd be crazy if a whole sports team crashed. Isn't that like a joke or something? Isn't that like a Seinfeld joke or some shit? I don't know. Some jokes from somewhere. I know it's from somewhere. I can't claim it. That's the worst thing as a comedian, thinking of a joke and just having a gut feeling you've heard it somewhere, but you have no clue where you heard it. And you're like, I can't think of where I've heard it. I have I don't even know where to look. It's kind of unique. And fuck, do I keep saying? There's one joke I have right now that I'm trying to it's just a kind of common topic is kind of about AI. And I'm I don't know if I'm going to keep, it's not that good. So I'm not going to, I don't know. I don't want to risk it. But yeah, there's nothing worse than that, guys. There's children starving out there. It's not worse than thinking you stole someone's joke. All right, we've got a bunch of political stuff here. Oh, the MLB playoffs are on, and apparently there's a pitcher on the Dodgers named Hayden Robleski. Or were you from the middle of Europe, bro? Were you from Poland? Robleski, get in line. And he was left off the roster, I think, because of drama relating to women. He's a player, guys. Apparently, he's a player. And some girl on TikTok made a video about him, about how he's dating 7 girls at once, and blah blah blah. And I watched the video, and guys, if you know me, I will never defend a fuckboy. I'm never gonna listen. I get it sometimes, but if you're a piece of shit, I'm never gonna defend you. But this guy's honestly, I was I don't really see. He's certainly playing the field, but it wasn't really that bad. What he said, basically, what the lady said is this guy that I'm dating, whatever, they didn't even live in the same. He's a baseball player. They're not boyfriend and girlfriend. Just the guy I'm talking to is talking to 7 other girls, and then she found it out, and he was like, "Whoops," that was the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, that's, sure, he might be disingenuous. He might have insinuated you're the only one, but you're not in an official relationship. He's just talking to a bunch of people, dude. We've all been there. I don't know. Maybe this is drama. He can't pitch well. The Dodgers are killing it right now. But it was blown out of proportion. I'm I don't see the problem here. He's not there's been some crazy baseball. There's, a guy in the Rays, Wander Franco, is in jail in the Dominican Republic for, having a relationship with a 13-year-old girl back home. He's one of the league's best players. We had Trevor Bauer, who I've talked about before in here. It's a fucking asshole, piece of shit guy. That guy is. It's a lot of piece of shit guys. This one is just, it sounds like a regular athlete who's just, got a bunch of people. I'm not going to call you hoes, ladies. I'm not going to call you hoes. I'm also going to say, I don't want to say this, but a lot of the LA people, the LA girls who are wags, we'll call them, the ones making these videos, they all look the same. They all have plastic surgery, and it's not, I'm not going to say they're ugly, because that would be I can't say that. That's just opening it up for criticism, but you'd be have you looked in the mirror, Matthew? I'd be fuck, you got me. But they just all kind of look, they're just I'm I don't know, what is this? I don't like this. Yeah, that's so I don't know, whatever. Do what you gotta do, bro. I forget, someone a few years ago on the Dodgers followed me on Instagram, and I was like, nice. I forgot who it was. There's a couple of older, I feel there's some retired baseball players who are commenting on my videos sometimes. Listen, guys, I get around the scene. Maybe they're gonna try to fly me out to a game. Hey, bro, I'm gonna fly you out to a game and I'm gonna sit in the hose section. I gotta get where's name on my back. I gotta be with the hose. All right, what do we got? We're flying through this. I want to make... sorry, guys. I want to make my episodes shorter. I want to make them 45 minutes because I feel like I'm puttering at the end. and I want to be sharp. You guys deserve sharp, man. Norovirus outbreak on Royal Caribbean cruise. This was like days after my cruise ended. It was a cruise. It landed in Miami, and apparently it was from, I think it was from like California or something, or like went all the way around through the Panama Canal. It was kind of a cool route. Apparently like everyone on the cruise has norovirus and they're stuck on the boat. And I was like, that fucking sucks. That could have been me though. Could have been me. I could have been filming from my... The Wi-Fi in cruise ships sucks so bad too. Oh my God. It's so bad. So I would have been like choppily going on live. Hey guys, I have norovirus. Being stuck. Me and my siblings already had fights in our room. Being stuck in the room with norovirus for like days. Oh my God, dude. Dude, I would understand like half the boat killing each other. Just ripping each other to shreds. Yeah, that'd be crazy. But yeah, cruise ships are... I get why some people don't want to go on them. They're like... Bro, there's a lot of like contact. You sharing... They force people to use hand sanitizer because, you know, you're going at a buffet and like there's like fat, disgusting people who haven't washed their hands in weeks and like, let me get some chicken. And when you think about that, I don't want to fucking go here. It's kind of nasty, but you know, it's a big operation. And thank the Filipinos who work on the boats. Thank you to the Croatians and Filipinos. God bless you guys, and the Malaysians. God bless you guys. What was my Gusti was my my cabin mate's name from Bali. Gusti from Bali. Shout out to Gusti, guys. Shout out to Gusti. Very nice, man. They're all very nice people. Yeah, but norovirus, that would suck. Shitting on those boats, dude. I can't even imagine what I would probably be there right now. Still, imagine like with the COVID boat when they were stuck. I think they were there for like weeks, weren't they? Oh my God, dude. That's absolute torture. That's fucking torture. My goodness. I'm never going to cruise again. It's a floating shithole. It's floating potty. And it starts to flood. I don't even know how a cruise ship floods, but I've seen the videos of that. It's like the hallways are flooding. I'm like, how's the boat's always above water? Like every part of it's above water besides the engine room. Where's the water coming from? I don't get it. Is it sinking? No, it's not the Titanic. It's just a cruise ship. I don't know, guys. I don't fucking know. You guys just talk to me as if I know, and what am I going to say? I don't know. You guys want the answers. I don't know. All right, let's talk about... Let me try to group things together. We have a lot of politics. Oh, I don't want to end this with politics. Dude, this episode, it's going to be like 2 minutes long. We got like 20 minutes right now. People keep saying, talk about AI. I keep seeing like artists being like, I hope AI doesn't end art. I've heard that thing. Like being an artist is going to stop being a job. Like what? What are you talking about? That's like saying AI is going to end comedy. You get AI to make art. It's not good. If you make a poster for you, we can all tell it's AI. It's not a bad poster, but is that art? No, it's just making a formulaic poster. You guys are being so dramatic. If AI ends art, it's because AI is smarter than a human and it's become a new dominant cognitive force on this earth. So at that point, we're all fucking screwed. But I don't know, the AI doom and gloom is like, it's either yes or no. Like it's either it's so good that it's like life changing, or it's not good. It's not a problem anymore. That's in my mind. Or we can deal with it, or it's going to change everything, and we have to like become the Matrix and become humans in like an electronic pod and get fluid rolled over us to suck out of whatever I'm saying. I can't even speak English, guys. Just said sucking fluid out of my penis. I don't know. Just I'm in the mind of. I'm not going to say I'm in the mind of my date tonight because there's a 0% chance that's happening. Tony, I feel like I'm not on the same wavelength as guys who like. I feel like every guy, not every guy, but guys ask girls if they want to go home with them at the end of every date. I feel like I never ask that. Am I like stupid? I just don't want to ask it. I don't know. It feels weird. It feels like I'm making them do something they don't want to do just by asking the question, and this is a bizarre concept. I never ask that. I mean, I will ask that if it's like very clear. If I'm like if I'm like making out with you like blatantly somewhere, then maybe I'll ask that. But like if I'm just like, hey, I'm never like, hey, you want to come? Like I never ask that. It's not an option. That's 0% chance. So yeah, sorry guys. Sorry, that was my my rambling. Yeah. Anyway, what was I talking about? Fuck. I don't fucking. AI ending art. Yeah. Yeah, guys. It's I think in 20 years it's going to be really cool to see what it can do. And the environmental impacts are interesting because it's using a lot of fucking energy. We need to figure that out. That's what's going to solve a lot of things. If we can get the energy thing down, you little 17-year-olds, gender fluid people who are complaining online, you have no chance against AI if we get the energy thing down. I'm not saying I'm against you guys. I'm on the AI side, but you guys are. I just made the random demographic. You guys dramatize everything. I'm picking on you specifically. Calm down, guys. But if we get the energy thing down, AI is... My God. But guess what? It ain't taking my fucking job. No one can do this like I can. No one can make sense of what the things on my phone are saying. And you guys pay good money for that. Like I said, you guys pay good fucking money. Sorry, I always clear my nose, and I always listen back and I hear it, and I'm like, that's not fun. That was disgusting, and I do it again. Let's talk about speaking of comedy, the Riyadh Comedy Festival. I think it's over. Is it over? I'm not sure. It's happening or it's over. I think a lot of comics already did their part. And I've seen a lot of people justifying it being okay because the U.S. is also bad. They're like, hey, they're like, I should be able to do the Riyadh Comedy Festival because in the U.S. it's not like everything's peaches and roses. Here, we've done a lot of bad stuff. It's like, sure, I get no, but yes. But also, there's a difference when, like, in the United States, we have freedom of speech, right? I can say whatever I want. If we had a royal family, I could curse them out. I can call them losers. I can do whatever I want. I can do that on stage, and I'm not going to get arrested and chopped up. If I do that in Saudi Arabia, that's not going to happen. So therein lies the difference right there. Sure, does it seem like our freedom of speech is getting nullified in some extent? I mean, kind of. Maybe Jimmy Kimmel, people getting fired, whatever. To me, that's still, it's not like you're dying, right? To me, it's, do you die for saying this? Yes or no, then you still have freedom of speech. So that argument holds no weight. This is bullshit. I've seen we have Jessica Kirson, who knows a comic. She's a lesbian Jewish lady. She donated all of her money after the show to some organization, whatever. Okay, sure, I guess that's a way to make amends. If you're, if the people watching you are angry at you, I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to judge these people too harshly. But at the end of the day, some of you guys fucked up, and some of you guys are. I know Bill Burr did it, and he was like, it was an amazing experience, which I'm glad he's leaning into it more. But still, I don't know. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of people getting millions of dollars to tell jokes. I don't like it because should be me. Should be, shoulda, coulda, woulda. That'd be amazing if there was a roast of, like I was gonna say the Prophet Muhammad. That would be, people would die at that roast. Which I also think that's one thing I have against the Muslim religion. I understand being respectful, but to get that angry about depicting the Prophet, or like let's say in the equivalent of Jesus in my case. I'm like, guys, that seems like a little too extreme. But anyway, I'm not saying, hey guys, I'm not saying anything. No, I didn't do anything. Be like a Saudi Arabian crown prince roast, and then like whoever does the worst roast just dies. I can see that being a thing. That's like medieval TV. Gladiator. That would be cool in like the Coliseum. They just have like a comedy show, and then like the lions eat the worst comic, last comic standing. But actually, literally the last comic standing. Did they have comedy back? They had like comedic plays. That's crazy that like stand-up comedy wasn't a thing. It's an amazingly new thing. It is. The origins of stand. I'm not even sure I know the origins. I feel like the 1900s is the origins. Back in the day, they had like a very weird stand-up comedy, and they started saying curse words and like talking about sex, and everyone's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! That's crazy! Jesus Christ! George, I'm clutching my pearls. My goodness, this is not talk for the stage. My fucking goodness, I thought I could bring my kids here." What do we got? Any more? I've had a bunch of topics at the bottom of my list that I never mention. And so I don't really want to mention them. They're not that good. That's why they're at the bottom of my list. One of them I want to talk about, my brother's back here, and I haven't invited him back. Haven't spoken to him since the last episode. No, I'm kidding. All right. Netflix being canceled for child sexual content. I don't know what that is, guys. I don't know. I don't want to make this up, guys. Netflix can't. Wait, let me check the. Sorry. Netflix. This is not going to load. Netflix child. It's like some trans thing. I don't even know, guys. People are canceling their Netflix subscription. I mean, I don't know the validity of this, but cancel Netflix. Elon Musk leads right-wing backlash over trans. Backlash, not blacklash. I'm okay with a trans character being in like a cartoon, whatever. I think who cares? There's so many like fucking science fiction movies or whatever with, I'm not saying this is that, but with like these like fake humans that are like, you know, not real. They're like these weird like futuristic things. There's trans people in all these things. You don't think Star Wars is a trans person? I'm fine with that, but I think when it gets too on the nose, then it's like why are you doing this, guys? You don't have to be weird about it. But if it's a trans person, just fucking let it be a trans person, bro. Let them go through their own struggles. Who the fuck cares? Let them be a trans person. You know, I don't. If the message is like I said, but then Elon Musk treats it like every episode just says cut your dick off. That's what he assumes is flashing on the screen. SpongeBob's just like, boys, cut your penis off right now. Inject estrogen. Inject testosterone and estrogen. Cut your penis off. Cut your penis off. Throw it into the blender so you can't put it back on. If that's on the TV, then sure, cancel your Netflix subscription. Or not. That'd be pretty funny. That'd actually be really funny. That'd be a great thing to add to like an adult show. Just a subliminal message: cut your penis off. Inject estrogen. Someone's gonna steal that from me, and I'm gonna sue him. I'm gonna sue him for big bucks. That's the worst idea ever. I'm like, that's so great. That's gonna make my career. Flashing, cut your penis off on the screen it's gonna make my whole career, guys. Yeah, but this, you know, whatever. I don't know. I don't have Netflix, guys. I don't fucking know. I don't know what's on there. The homepage could be a giant penis. Could say kid section. Could be. I don't know. Could be. Probably won't be. That made no sense. But cancel it if so. If not, I don't know. All right. I guess we got to get to the political stuff, guys. I guess we got to get. I saw on TikTok there is a MAGA dentist who everyone's yelling at this lady and getting, you know, they're trying to cancel her. This is an example of canceling. MAGA dentist jokes about cutting back the laughing gas for Democrat patients. She was at some sort of conference, I don't know, and she just said, like, I talk about whatever Trump, and if I see the reaction, I cut back the laughing gas just a little. And it was obviously a joke. I don't think this lady does it. But you gotta be so fucking stupid in this political climate. In cancel culture WrestleMania 3000, when you say the name Charlie Kirk and someone like, you should be fired, you should be killed and fired. To say that, you gotta be such a fucking idiot. This lady owns her own dental practice. I don't know what's happening. She's probably screwed. Do I think it's going too far? Yes. I think this lady's stupid as shit. This reminds me of like a joke my dad would make or something. And listen, is my dad boisterous and says stupid shit all the time? Yes. But I think this is like going too far. Canceling this lady, I think, is going too far. I really do. Now, it's up to you to decide who you want to go on. Who do you want to see as a dentist? It's fine. If my dentist said this thing, I would still go to them and I would tell them that I wasn't a fan of Donald Trump. And I'd be like, you're a pussy if you cut this laughing gas. I wouldn't say. Yeah, I made myself sound like such a cool guy there. No, if they told me about Donald Trump, I'd be like, I'm not a fan of him, whatever. And if they cut the laughing gas, they would be a pussy, bro. You know, but just like going on a witch hunt, bro. Do you guys have anything to do in your day? If you've ever gone on a witch hunt to cancel someone, I think you're a loser. I really do. It doesn't even matter what they do, unless they like killed a child. If you went on a witch hunt to cancel like Jeffrey Dahmer, sure. To cancel the fucking BTK killer, okay, yeah, you're valid. But a lady who's just making a joke about laughing gas, it's not a good joke. It's a stupid joke. It's a horrible joke. But guys, you have better things to do. Stop. Just stop. I don't want to defend this. Don't make me defend this lady, because that's not a position I want to be in. And apparently she's also a kid's dentist, which makes no sense. That's how I know it's stupid, because it makes no sense. What is the kid going to be like, I don't like Donald Trump, and then you make them have immense pain? I don't like Donald Trump. And drill into what are you, insane? Was Cruella DeVille? That's not a real person. She's making stupid jokes. She's just an idiot, which, all right, idiots shouldn't be drilling into people's teeth. I get it. But, you know, it's just, I'm so tired of this cancel thing. I think the only way to succeed in this is to cancel everybody. Like, we have to go on such a vicious canceling spree that everyone realizes it's ridiculous and stops. That's the only way, I think. It's the only way out is through. Just like an endless cancel chain, or someone makes a website where just like AI just cancels everyone. And then they reveal at the end, like, it wasn't so fun, was it? Stop canceling people. Because then it like, diminishes when someone actually should be canceled, like Harvey Weinstein. But that's not I don't think Harvey... One second, let me drink this. I like when people say Harvey Weinstein was canceled. Like, no, he's in jail, bro. That's not being canceled. He's in jail for sexual crimes. Canceling is when you, like, don't have a job anymore, not when you're in fucking maximum security prison. That's not what canceling is. Not what canceling is. All right, what do we got here? Oh, I only have 2 things left. Fuck. All right. Donald Trump has apparently been making stuff up. He's been, like, rambling a lot. And I watched one of these things. I don't remember what he said. He just, like... Oh, he's talking about 9/11, how he, like, warned the director of the... the Department of Defense, whatever the fuck it used to be called. Or Department of War. How he warned him about 9/11, like, the year before. I don't even understand... And it reminded me of what I have a grandma who... my grandpa just died. My grandpa's wife. My grandma, my step-grandma. Who, she's still alive, but she is kind of devolved into... what's the word? My mom is a doctor. She said this good word. It's just like you make things up. They're called, like, fucking... It's a word, It's a word I never heard before, but it's a medical term. Where you just, like, make... what's it fucking called? I'm not going to remember. It'll come to me, like, at the end. Or you just kind of like make things up and you're convinced they're real. It's not hallucinations. It's like memories. You're like implanting memories into your mind. And you think it's real. Like my grandma, like I'm not trying to, she's not going to watch this, but I'm not trying to make fun of her. But she'll say like stuff about how she like she's in a home for like memory care. And she'll like be like, oh, is my car outside? Like she didn't drive there, but she's like, I drove here and I left my car outside and I remember last Tuesday I drove here and it's like, no, she's been there for like months. She didn't drive here last Tuesday. Car's at the house. You just like make up these stories. You're like, oh, back in the day, blah, blah, blah. Just making up these stories and they think it's real. And it's like, oh my God, this is very interesting. Like that you're like in this position and that you think he thinks it's real. I don't know if Donald Trump's in that position, but it's scary. My grandma is like 5 years younger than him. Or whatever, a couple years younger. Like, it's scary to think that that's... when you're convinced that what you're making up is real, it's kind of like that's what schizophrenia is, right? But this is different. I think schizophrenia is more than that. Schizophrenia is like you see a person and you like go to kill them and it's your friend and you killed your friend and then you have to flee the country. But when you like the president, the commander-in-chief is making up stuff, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not sure. Not sure I like that. I'm not sure. Not sure I want to be underneath that. So yeah, that's not good. But I don't know what to do about that. What do we do? It's kind of at a certain point, it's going to be like Joe Biden maybe when he goes to, can't run again, but he's going to try probably because they're doing stupid shit. These fucking guys are trying to weasel their way into a new term. It's going to be like that where we just kind of have to see him in the debate and be like, this guy is insane. Oh my God, this guy's insane. We cannot vote for him anymore. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, last thing. We might have another thing after. Oh man, I gotta take a shower. I gotta leave. It's fine. I'll have 45 minutes to do what I need to do. I'm hiccuping. Fuck. It's not a bad amount of time. October 7th was yesterday? Was it yesterday? October. What the fuck is today? Yeah, October 7th was yesterday. The anniversary of, the Israeli conflict, we'll call it. And, no matter what side you're on, I mean, I assume most people are not crazy Zionists watching this, because why would you be? But I saw one tweet about someone who was like, it was something, or like, let me read I wrote it down, the exact quote. They say, I never want to hear about the Holocaust again. That's what they tweeted. It was in response to talking about how many people were killed in Palestine. And they go, I never want to hear about the Holocaust again. And it had like 80,000 likes. And, as someone who is I'm not a Zionist, I'm very much in sympathy with the Palestinians. But hearing that is insane. For someone to say that an atrocity committed against the Jewish people, now because a certain subset of them, a certain small minority of them are committing atrocities against someone else, we have to wipe out the past of everything they've gone through. I don't want to hear about it anymore. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. Such an immature, ridiculous take that can only lead to just just horrible things happening. That whoever said that is a complete moron, and it's ridiculous. You cannot excuse the horrors that happened during World War II just because there's horrors happening now. And yes, there's horrors happening now, right? You know, I'm not here to equate. I'm not here to rank atrocity, rank genocide. It's not, you know, what's the worst? People always say, is it the worst atrocity in human history? What are we? It's not NBA players, bro. Oh, LeBron was sick. It's not. Why are we doing that? You know, atrocities are atrocities. Just because this is happening, you can't forget about the Holocaust, right? Doesn't mean they're justified, of course. I think some Jewish people, I'm like, yeah, the Holocaust happened, so we have to do this as Israel. No, that doesn't, obviously that's not the case. But, you know, just to see that, I was like, hard to see that many likes. And I think a lot of the comments were like, what the fuck are you saying? You're stupid idiot. But just to see, if you have that mindset, like truly, and you think you're a good person, you have to take a step back. I'm not going to yell at you and say you're bad, even though I just called you stupid. You're stupid, but take a step back and be like, understand that makes no sense what you're saying. It's like if if my entire family died, right? Okay, I gotta phrase it right. If my entire family died, and then I just killed, you know, if my entire family died, and then I killed a whole other family, and you're like, I never want to hear that those people died. It's like my family still died. They didn't die because of me the first time. Like I did, the bad things I did is not associated with the horrors that they died. They died. Don't like not feel bad that they died because I did the other things, right? It's like, do we feel bad that Jeffrey Dahmer, like his mom, let's say his mom got hit by a car. His mom got hit by a car just because he killed a bunch of people. I'm using Jeffrey Dahmer examples a lot in here. Man, Jeffrey Dahmer is like he just hits so hard when you're trying to come up with shit. You know, I don't know, whatever, guys. Anyway, I don't have anything to talk about. Let's go on Reddit and look at another, oh yeah, I didn't talk about the Gaza peace plan, but whatever, let's not do that, guys. Let's go on Reddit. Let's look at another Am I the Asshole, guys. That was fun, remember? Let's go, Am I the Asshole? Let's go new. Let's go top, this week. Let's go top this week. All right. Am I the asshole for letting my children order full meals instead of kids? We went to a restaurant for my mother-in-law's birthday lunch. When orders were being taken, sister-in-law announced that all the kids would be having kids' meal tenders and fries with juice. My 9-year-old and 4-year-old eat adult meals. 2 chicken tenders and a handful of fries will not fill them up. So when the waiter got to me, I told them my kids will have adult meals since I'm the one paying for them. So they ordered the meals and my sister-in-law was pissed. She said I embarrassed her and made her kids question her because she told them they're getting the same thing all the other kids are eating. So am I the asshole? Oh, this is an interesting one. I don't think you are because you're paying for it. I think if you weren't paying for it, you would be the asshole. But I think, you know, it's kind of like a dick. You're an asshole to your sister-in-law. To everyone else, I don't think you are. I get it. When I was younger, I would get like regular meals. I don't want to eat chicken tenders, but I wanted to fucking give me the foie gras, dude. I have a refined palate. I'm a young man with a refined palate. I think it's more just like, man, your cousins see you that you're not getting fucking kids' meals. You went behind their back. That's kind of a weird thing. I don't know. You should have verbally said something, been like, "Hey, we're not going to get kids' meals." But then the thing is, like, it's weird. It's a weird dynamic. I think if I was the parent, I would let my kid get the regular meal. I would let them get the regular meal because they want the regular meal. I'm not going to force them. Who the fuck is calling me? Potential spam? No thanks. Yeah, I got to read the comments here. So I'm going to say they're not the asshole, but it's kind of like they should have talked about it, I think, with their sister-in-law. Let's see. Not the asshole. Why would she select your children's meals anyway? Maybe they wanted a burger or pizza. That's bizarre. That's a good point. Why is she also selecting chicken fingers for them? To be fair, it says my 9-year-old and 4-year-old eat adult meals. Your 4-year-old can eat chicken fingers. What 4-year-old's eating an adult meal? Your 4-year-old's just sitting there with it. Mother, please, I'd like the Turkish hen. The 9-year-old I can get behind. The 4-year-old, okay, that's crazy. 2 chicken tenders is not going to fill up your 4-year-old? Bro, that's kind of, what the fuck? I got to find someone that's saying you're the asshole here. It seems really weird that, that a 4-year-old's eating the adult entrees at a restaurant. I'm not saying it's weird if a 4-year-old eats the adult food. I'm talking the amount. Yeah, the 4-year-old can get fucking... 4-year-old can eat that food. Even a 9-year-old, like 2 chicken tenders fills up a 9-year-old. That's the part I don't get, but also you're still not the asshole. I That's how your sister-in-law hates you. But you know, I get it. You have to agree to these plans beforehand. You got to talk. You can't just announce them at the table. That's how everything fucks up. All right, here we go. Oh, this one's so long. Too long. Yeah, one more, guys. All right. Am I the asshole for throwing my nephew out of a family party? For some context, me, 53 male, and my family live in the South, specifically Charleston, South Carolina. Yeehaw. A year back, my son Jake, 20 male, and I started attending the University of South Carolina. Go Gamecocks, go Cox. That's what I say all the time. He met a lovely girl named Monique. Monique is, as her name suggests, African American. I've met Moniques that are not African American, but that's crazy. This man's racist already. Well, our family's Caucasian, but neither me nor my family had any issue with her being racist, or being black, being racist. She's sweet, beautiful, and overall an incredibly young woman, and we accepted her with open arms. A week ago, my wife and I held a party at her home, and Jake and Monique both made the trip from college to attend. The party was going well until I noticed Jake and Monique were alone, and Monique was crying, asked what happened, and Monique told me that Jake's cousin Greg had told her that she shouldn't slum it, and called Monique a ghetto whore, among other racist remarks. What the fuck? I went to find Greg, and he admitted this, saying he was just looking out for my cousin. At this point, I told him to leave, and he and his parents left. But his parents have been on me late for blowing things out of proportion. Okay, this is a fake story, guys. What the fuck? A lot of you are rightfully pointing out a bias where I assume Monique was a predominantly African-American name, okay? All right, well, this was the same thing I just said. I didn't know that it's a common French name as well. I associate the name with black people since all the Moniques. This man's slightly racist, but certainly not enough to call someone a ghetto whore, which is insane. Fucking insane, dude. I didn't mean anything by this, but in retrospect, I can see how this makes me sound bad, so I'll try to be better from here. Every comment is just about her calling about the Monique. That's funny. Yeah. This guy got screwed. This guy's clearly not the asshole, but he just said that one line about Monique, and everyone's like, "You are fuck." They think he's worse than the other guy. No, but this is crazy. I don't think this is real. This is just blatant racism. It's like, how could this be real? That's insane. That's insane. The insane retardation of a racist man in the South. I've had racist people in my family, and they're not that right. Like, they're not. They might say crazy things behind closed doors, but you meet someone who's perfectly fine, to say that to their face, you got to be so fucking racist, or so just stupid and dumb. My God. So obviously that guy's not the asshole, but you know, Monique's. You can only be. Listen, if you're a Monique, you're black. That's what they say. If you are Monique, you are African American. That's the word on the street. Guys, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that a good time me and you had? Just me and you. It's just, think about this. When you listen to this, just me and you. Or if you have other people in the room, fuck. That's immediately find an example that counter-proves what I just said. Fuck, if you guys are listening to this at a party. God damn it, all right. No one's doing that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm ready to go on my date. I might have to take a shower. Fuck. I don't really want to go, but it's fine. Could be my wife, guys. Guys, you can't find your wife unless you go out and try things out. That's what they say. It's what millionaire Patty Stankus, millionaire matchmaker, says. Patty Stankus. Yeah, all right. See you guys. Peace out.